What's clapping, everybody? Welcome to Anime Intervention. I'm your host, BMG, here with my co-host, Clean Bean. What's clapping, homie?
Was good.
This is, I guess you can call it episode New Year because we really don't have a number for you. It's, as you can see, I guess you can call it the abode has changed. The set has changed. We've tried to, I guess, adjust with the times, but what can you do? We haven't posted in a long time. This is our first episode back in, I want to say, what, 4 months?
Roughly 4 months is a pretty good chunk. I think so.
It's been a minute. We did, I think we did have some content too to post. We might actually post that later on. It really just depends on if we get to it. But this episode, seeing how we're trying to get back on track, we wanted to get this one out simply to talk about what's going on and talk about anime because that's what we do. And we do have an episode for you. This one specifically is about the new season, the winter season, promising season. We do have to have an episode to talk about the summer season, but this winter season specifically, JJK,
Yes.
Frieren, Hell's Paradise,
Mm-hmm.
those three, that's already big fish. Those are whales. Those are whales right there, brother.
Huh? Whales?
Not whales as in like spending money. I'm just saying like those are big fish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
Those
sure,
are big
sure.
fish. That's big anime right there. That's how like you come into an anime season, you're like, oh, you're going through the list of different anime, and you're like, oh, okay, I see that one. That one's probably pretty good. This one seems like it's new. People were talking about it. Cool. But then you stumble upon a list where you're like, oh, I know that name. I know that name. I know that name. I know it's gonna be fire.
Hmm.
That's basically what the season is. That's basically what the summer season was for me as well, which we will talk about in a later episode. But just looking at this season specifically, the winter season, I'm excited, and I don't know if you are too.
I'm definitely excited. Like I said, like you said, technically, you got some big fish here. You got the tuna. Your regular degler. You got the shark, the great white. Then you have your killer whales.
Correct.
Do not mess with them.
Don't mess with the killer whales.
Do not mess with them. They hit. They have impact.
Well, I mean, we could start with the first one up, JJK. I'm gonna be real here, guys. All right. A lot of my friends they've read JJK. Okay, I'm not gonna say who. All right, I'm not gonna come at y'all. All right, the manga readers, I'm cool with you. We're cool. But I do hate when they spoil stuff. And how many times I have to say, oh, this person died, this person did this, this. Stop, stop. Give me a chance. Let me watch it. Let me enjoy it.
Let me catch up.
Let me catch up. The season, the last season that came out was, I guess you can call it a banger in terms of animation wise. It did actually win Anime of the Year for the year it came out. I think it was 2023. I don't know if it was 2 or 3. One of those years. It won Anime of the Year, Crunchyroll specifically. But there are people who will say that JJK is underrated. I wouldn't really say, oh, not underrated, overrated. I wouldn't really say overrated only because of sort of the era that it was born in, and also just the way it kind of evolved from how it started off. It started off pretty banger, right? But just the people that it pulled in, I don't know if you agree with me, but it felt like it kind of pulled from different areas of society almost. Like people I didn't even know were into anime were watching JJK just because
Because
it's
it's
JJK,
JJK.
and I guess also because of Gojo, because he's Gojo.
Honestly, I do want to say like yes because the Gojo, I guess aesthetic wise, he's kind of pleasing to a lot of people, but also the whole dark, grimy type of vibe with like Souls like ish. It tends to draw in a lot of different people, even from like video game world industry, cosplaying, or just comic comic books, anime in general. Like anybody that likes that genre might go to JJK in a way. So I don't know. I think it definitely had its gratifying pull. Like it's way to manipulate the anime audience into like, hey, I need you to vote for me for anime of the year. I need you to vote
I
for
need you
me
to vote for me.
for
Is it really
all these
that
different
important?
categories.
I mean, I can see where it's important. Like, is it really that important? Like anime of the year? Like, come on, guys. But I I do see where they do have sort of that pull, but also the characters have their own personality and kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like they're easy to not really easy to relate to, but they because they have different personalities and they're kind of like set in their own ways. It's easy to like pick a favorite. You know what I mean? There's people who like Mai, there's people like Maki, there's people who like Itadori. It's just You'll never find somebody who has like the same favorite. I mean, you might find the same favorite, but like they're more scattered. You know what I mean? And I think One Piece, other anime that have more diverse cast, so to speak, those are the ones that really resonate with people because people are able to have their own favorite character in a way. But obviously, Gojo is like the one who probably has like the most votes. But there are people who be like, "Yo, but Toji," or
No.
but this yeah, exactly. Or Maharaga, yo, volcano. Like
What? Huh? Who?
I like lava. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
The Cyclops that got like basically lobotomized. Is that what you talking about?
bro got cooked. He got cooked. I mean, yeah, Gojo really did destroy his. Well, no, it wasn't even Gojo. It was Sukuna who pooped on him. Gojo did poop on him the first time, but Sukuna clapped his cheeks. Oh my goodness, that was bad. But yeah, no, I think that this season, and I watched the first two episodes, right? Because it released two episodes at once. I don't know if you watched it yet. You watched it?
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I didn't
When
get a
you watch
chance.
it, um, I have another friend, a friend at work, who she said that when she watched the first two episodes, she was confused a little bit because she was like wondering, wait, this person's dead, or um, what happened here? How did we even get here? And it does start off in the first episode kind of like ahead, a little bit ahead, and then it shows you like flashbacks and it goes back in time to tell you how we even got to where we are now. But I do think that there's more that they want to tell that happened in the past that they just can't tell yet. And like I said, manga readers, don't spoil anything in the comments, please. But JJK has that pull, and I think it's gonna carry. I won't say it's gonna carry most of the season because we have a lot of bangers that we're about to talk about right now. But that's probably gonna be like I guess you can call it the figurehead for the winter season.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping it really performs well. And as usual, hopefully it catches everyone by storm with an unexpected ending. But let's just hope the manga readers don't spoil us, please.
Uh, the,
I better not get spoiled. If I get spoiled, it's over.
what's crazy? It's not. It's them too, but like it's also you just be scrolling through social media and you're like, so why is this entire clip on my page?
Don't even get me started.
Why am I scrolling on Reels and I have to see not even just Reels? I'll be on the Instagram page just in general, just scrolling. I'm like, this person died or this happened X Y Z. I'm like, homie,
I'm trying my hardest to avoid it. It's
it,
like,
it would be easier if they had, how you like swipe, you swipe on Instagram, right? You scroll down, you swipe from left to right. The first page should be a spoiler warning, and then you swipe if you want to see it. To be fair, there are people who just can't help it. They're like, how you tell somebody not to do something, they do it.
yeah.
There, people like that. They'll just swipe and keep swiping. They're like, I'll spoil myself. But yeah, no, I'm not with that. But on to the next anime. Can you guess which one it is?
I mean, I'm going one way.
Which way you going? Like, what direction are we going? What's happening here? North, south, east, west? What's going
Sure, I don't even know. Anyway, uh,
on? which direction? Which one? To be fair, there's a lot you can kind of just go through. But like, which
sure.
one do you want to talk about next? Which one you actually think deserves that resonance?
I'm about Frieren's the second season. Like, I don't, it hasn't come out yet, but like Frieren definitely has made an impact on this anime community as a whole. Like, it's brought back that fantasy feeling, the magic, the different elements being used, the travel, the environment,
Mm-hmm.
demons, such. Like, you basically have something where it's similar to that feeling Lord of the Rings brought everyone
Yeah.
in a way. I'm not comparing, all right?
Oh
Don't come for me.
no, you're right.
All right, don't come for me. But
You're
I'm
right.
just saying, I have definitely felt that like whimsical fantasy type of vibe from that show. And it's definitely brought back a lot of good people that love fantasy because that's been one of the genres where we've been missing bangers from like for a consistent basis over like the past
Agreed.
10 years or so. Like
Agreed.
it's hard
Well,
to do
there are
one of
people
that.
who will argue with that because they'll be like, "Oh, what about all the isekais that came out? Because they're basically just fantasy realm isekais." Because I mean that is true to some extent, but
To
at the
some
same
extent.
time, they were isekai. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I wanted something that was, I guess you can call it hardcore fantasy. You know what I mean? And we do
Mm,
we do get those in some. There are some obviously some shows that did come out like even what's that show? Uh, Castlevania. Like
Mm.
even that one, you could say that's hard fantasy because it is realistically. Because it's got vampires and all this other stuff in there. It's hard fantasy. That's a show that definitely did bring it to the forefront as well. But I think Frieren's the one that really just like pulled everybody in because you're seeing really good storytelling and really put together characters, beautiful character development, all together in one concise show. And it's not all spread out like obviously it feels like a journey, but it's supposed to feel like a journey because that's literally what it's called. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
I mean, kudos to them. They're doing a banger job. And I have friends who, like I said, they read manga, yeah, of course. But Freeman's obviously one of the manga that they read, and they're saying that some crazy stuff happens in this next season and beyond. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm hoping it takes the next leap to kind of solidify itself as like one of the best anime out there because I'm really pulling for it. One, and then two, I want to see what it does to take this next leap. Like, are we going to, I don't know, maybe get into like the origins or like of the entire world or like how it was
Mm.
created or even like magic itself? Are we gonna dive deep into maybe some labyrinths or some or some heavy dungeons? Like we talking like I would like to see if it goes like a dungeon way and it goes like underneath levels and levels and levels and levels and levels. Like it's done it before, like
Hmm.
slightly ish.
Oh, you're talking about like the most recent. Oh, I guess the ending part of the season one where they kind of like were diving into this dungeon for a test.
Mm.
You talking about like that,
Yeah,
like sort of like dungeon diving kind of thing.
kind of like that, but like if you had like monsters on each
Oh, like
level
on
and like
each level,
yeah,
like
and
each
then
floor.
it was just chaos spreading or like you got a squad and next the squad's wiped. Like I want to see something like that but just magnified.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You want to see like a MMORPG kind of stylized vision where they're going into a dungeon and they're basically just banging out all the floors. And then I call back to my favorite, I guess you can call it favorite isekai of all time, Slime. The where the show is at, and Rimuru basically building the
Mm.
dungeon that is basically like in his own way a video game because people can revive. They go in there, they could kill monsters, get XP, get money, get riches. But if they die, they could either use an item to revive, or they're not going to actually die in real life, even though they're taking actual damage. They're not going to die in real life. They're just going to revive using that reviving potion or whatever, something like that. So I see what you're saying. Something like that where it's kind of building off of that. You can call it stakes, building off of stakes that has to do with the dungeon. Technically, Rimmer's dungeon doesn't have any stakes, but like I see what you're saying because they had stakes when they were doing that test
Mm.
when they were fighting Frieren. Frieren was fighting Frieren. Like those are stakes right there.
Those are stakes. Those are stakes, I will say.
Even Frieren was like, "Yo, that's me. I'm not doing. Yo, that's me right there,
It's
bro.
like be careful. You will die.
I will die. Like
I will die.
I will die fighting myself. So you will definitely die. Yeah.
Okay.
Not even her and Fern together could. I mean, obviously it took them two together, but like they were struggling. So that's crazy. But yeah, I'm really interested to see where that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
Whoa.
bless you.
Damn.
Damn. You're not sick or anything, are you?
No.
Okay, good. Shit, I just gotta make sure.
Yeah, yeah. That was crazy.
No, no, you good. You
Out
good.
of nowhere.
I think it's probably all the working that you've been doing, all the 62 hours of straight, 72 hours straight of working, Super Mario 64 hours of working that you've been doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it, man. 16-hour days.
Nah, nah, we ain't gonna talk about that. Not here.
16 hours.
No, they don't have to know about the struggle. They don't got to know about it. But we're gonna talk about the next anime that we got on the list here. Like I said, JJK, obviously a headrunner. Frieren, obviously a headrunner.
Mm-hmm.
But next, Hell's Paradise.
Now this, I've been waiting for a second season of because this is one of the dark horses. I think a lot of people not not like they overlook, more of just they put it towards the side because they're so busy with JJK
Mm-hmm.
or with Frieren or with something else. That is something that I expect to hit you like with a combo, and you'll be like, what the hell did I just get with? Because
No, I agree.
first season was a banger,
Oh yeah,
straight
first
out
season was a
banger.
surprise to me, and I think the surprise came from not really just the not the genre, because you know the genre is explored in a lot of anime, right? I think it's more so the characters and how quickly they pull you in within the first episode, and into the second episode you're like, oh wait, I need to see what happens next because this is crazy. Who is this guy? Who is this girl who was gonna kill him? You know, like basically execute him because he's gonna die, like he's a criminal. All of that in and of itself, I felt was almost alluring. You know, like this is a show that is impactful to me because of the characters, and that's within the first episode.
Within
You
the
know,
first
if you
episode.
if you if you have that sort of impact on somebody within the first episode, it's to me it's like immediately, oh, you're good, you're golden. People say 3 episode rule. There are people who kind of drop that rule down to one because they were like, if they can't catch you off the first episode, what's the point of watching? I think 3 episodes rules is still kind of good.
I think it's still kind of good too, because like I mean, what was that, roughly an hour or so in
Yeah.
time? Like okay, you're devoting an hour to see if this show is good. Realistically, how many hours you have that are free?
Well, you being a working man, I'm sure you know that free hours are hard to come by. So, so like realistically speaking here, like I could see where I guess an hour is too much time, but I guess it really just depends on you got to allocate. You know, obviously it's been hard to allocate time to anime, but like when you do allocate time to anime, you have to be efficient. You know, I've been trying to be efficient as well. I've watched the first episode of basically almost every anime I want to watch this season, but there's still more that I want to get to. Even doing that is tough. But like staying up weekly
Mm-hmm.
or waiting till it all ends like you do and just binging it at the end, that's also a good idea as well. But either way, you still have to be conscious of the time that you have. So 3 episode rule, an hour, justifiable.
Definitely justifiable. If even if you break it up into sections, like okay, maybe you watch the first episode, maybe you're like, all right, it's okay, it's not hitting, but let me try another two the next time I'm free.
It's got to be within the next day or two though.
Exactly, within the
Because
next day
yeah,
or
yeah,
two.
because you can't be watching one episode on Monday and you're like, all right, I get to episode two, and you get up to episode two a week later, you don't even know what the hell happened in episode one. Don't let that happen.
Don't let
Don't
that
let that
happen.
happen. Don't let that happen. It's horrible because then at that point you're just better off dropping it. If it's good enough to the point where you remember episode one, then it's like, all right, yeah, you got to stick with it. But that's that. Like I said, that's one of those 1 episode bangers that just takes you all the way. So Hell's Paradise is definitely one of those,
Oh,
100%.
for sure, 100%. I want to see, uh, specifically how those like godly powers work,
I forget
in
what
a
they're called.
sense.
They're called like the Tengen or something. I don't know, something
No,
like that.
something like that. I want to get more in depth with that, along with how deep they can get into this island. Like, 'cause they already see people getting clapped. They already seen the most oddly freakish animals and environment I've ever seen.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I'm looking at stuff. I'm like, why is there a face on a like bee or fly or like what is going on? Like it's so absurd, but like
It's obscene.
good.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that's kind of alluring as well. It's like very visceral, like almost nasty reaction, like forcing, like oh this is disgusting kind of thing. You know what I mean? Your face kind of gets all cringy. I and that's another reason why I think JJK kind of like does hit that aspect as well because it has the same, not necessarily the same exact style so to speak, but like just approaching the grossness aspect of anime. It fits that nature. Almost like it is a horror, but it's not really a horror because it's a shonen. It feels like an action shonen. Um, there's another show that I think did that pretty well. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Oh, I guess Made in Abyss does count as well because Made in Abyss, I was grossed the hell out in
I
Made in
was
Abyss.
grossed the hell
I
out.
think honestly, I think Made in Abyss grosses me out more than any other show. I think it's more than Hell's Paradise. I for more reasons than one we can get into. We've done it before, but along those lines where it like kind of like teeters along the edge of this is way too much for me to watch. Um, and it's one of those for sure.
100%.
But yeah, looking forward to Hell's Paradise. I'm actually interested in the main character and to see what he does. And I think in going into the second season, he doesn't have his memories. Oh, he does. He has. his memories, but only up to a certain point, and they like some of it is just kind of like hazy because of the fight that he had. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't really think I need to rewatch season one. I kind of remember most of what happened. It's been what 3 years, so I'm not really worried about that. I'll probably just I watched the first episode. I think I'm good enough to watch just the rest without any context for the first, without any full like I rewatched the first season context kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, there's more. Oshinoko season three.
Yeah, Oshinoko. Oh man.
How do you feel about that anime? Let me ask you.
I mean, it definitely left off with a some foreshadowing and some like towards the end when it came to certain person developing, well, I guess a certain eye color, if you remember that.
Oh yeah, Oshinoko. You're talking about the eyes. So the eyes, right? Oshinoko. At that point, um, there was like a sort of development in I think it was Ruby's eyes, um, almost as if like she hit that revenge stare kind of thing, like, oh, this is I'm getting along with my brother's lines kind of thing. Like I gotta get revenge for whoever killed this doctor. Meanwhile, the doctor is actually him. It's
Mm.
like, what's happening here? This now Oshinoko. I'm really excited for. I've actually always been really adamant about Oshinoko, but something that one of my friends told me, who I guess they either read ahead or probably got some spoilers from some later on down the manga, they were not really comfortable with some things that were happening later on in the show or in the manga, and it made me wonder what could it possibly be. Not too sure if it points to anything incestual. I'm not too sure if it points to something that just is a sour topic, like it's very sensitive for some viewers, but I still am interested to see like where it goes simply because it's done so well for me, but also done so well in general in the anime community. So, how do you feel about like moving forward into this next season with it?
I mean, you definitely have some potential to ruff up some feathers because, I mean, she goes that route, and we're talking about a character that's pretty, happy go lucky and, very positive driven. Like, she's pretty much one of the most positive characters you can go out there, like, clearly pouring herself into others plenty of times. So, I just it's gonna be interesting seeing her turn, I guess, slightly to the dark side a bit, where you're a little more on edge, like you're doing things for one goal, one purpose only, not just to get ahead in your idol career, but also to figure out what's gonna happen. Like you might do some underhanded stuff just for the sake of finding out how did
Who,
this man get murdered,
mm-hmm,
who murdered
who
him.
murdered him? Like who
I'm
did
gonna
this?
find this.
Gonna find him. Gonna kill him. That basically that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna fold him,
Yeah, I'm a fold him.
origami style.
That's crazy. It's it's funny because like we saw in the first season as well in the second season, but mostly in the first season, kind of how the MC, the brother, basically kind of not fell from grace, but he kind of just fell into despair, and who took him out of despair. You could kind of get into that in the first season, but also into the second, and like how he was able to kind of cope with it. But his coping wasn't really like fixing himself. He always and still kind of did want revenge. I still feel like he still does, but it may not be as bad as before. I feel like he's starting to, even though he was a mature man before, I think he's almost hitting that second level of maturity where he knows what he wants to do and he doesn't want to let his life be wasted and he doesn't want his sister's life to be wasted. So I'm guessing, and this is just me, that sometime in this season, his sister is probably going to do something crazy or try to go down the wrong path, and he's going to be there to stop her. Either say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this for you," or "You don't do this. This is a me thing. Um, I've dealt with this. I know what you're going through," kind of thing. We're not gonna go down this path. Not with you. We need you to focus. We need you to be happy, kind of thing. Because I don't think he knows, because they both don't know who they were,
Mm.
right? And they both don't know who each other was, at least from what I know so far. So come on, like I feel like that could happen. But how would they tell? How would they know in the future? They could find out at any point. We could see that this season. We could see that in another season. But it's interesting stuff. You when you go into a season with questions, with more than at least one question, that's when it's like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. You know what I'm saying? Like there's got to be some sort of mystery. There's got to be something that's dragging you in and bringing you forward into the
Hmm.
anime. Questions, man. Questions.
Yeah, I'm looking for great things this season for it. I want to see it just elevate itself as usual. Like all these ones that have like a second season, third season coming up, the only way you're gonna compete with these other animes like JJK, like you gotta bring your A game. You gotta step up and elevate what you already have to a different level. Like we know what you bring to the table.
True.
I just want to see you set it,
Correct. Correct.
set that table.
And going from Oshinoko to the next anime that's really exciting for me would be Fire Force,
Yes, Fire Force would be the next one that I want to see.
because it's season 3, part 2 that's coming out.
Exactly.
And here's what I like. I'm gonna ask you this question right now. I do like when anime do split, where it's like one season, you get one part of the season in the beginning of the year or something, and you get one part of the season at the end of the year, or they do one part of the season in like the winter season and then the second part in the summer season. That's even better.
Hmm.
Anime that do that, I think are really, really good for me. Like I just love anime that do that, because I feel like it leaves you with enough, like wanting more, to where once you take a season break, you're like, oh, I'm back in there, bro. I'm back in there. And Fire Force is doing that because they came out. I don't know, crap. It was obviously last year in 2025, but Fire Force, the first part of season 3 came out. I think it was a spring season. I can't remember which season it was, but it was last year. And what happened with that cliffhanger too, and Shinra just being on the bed, like, and he's all blonde and everything, and just looking up like, what the hell is going on? Like that was like, yo, what's going on here? Are we in a different world right now? And he had all these like visual flashbacks of, I don't even know if they were flashbacks or flash forwards or something. I don't know what they were, but he just basically seeing a different world that looked like it was real life, like the fourth wall breaking.
Hmm.
I was like, yo, I need to see this next season.
He's
So
probably looking like, wait a minute, the hell? Shoot him. These guys are actual humans. They see 3D.
yo,
He's like,
yo,
what?
they 3D.
They 3D, though.
Wait, aren't I 2D or am I 3D? Which one am I? Yeah. So, and it's funny because in the first episode, he actually kind of like tries to describe it a bit. Like he was like, there were humans, like us, but they weren't like us. Like, like what's gonna happen now, buddy? So, I am excited about that. So I don't know. What do you appreciate the most about Fire Force?
I mean, I appreciate the fact that it's linked with Soul Eater. Well,
I agree.
because I honestly want to. If I see this and Fire Force ends and it leads up to adding like another season of Soul Eater, I promise you, on everything I love, that's what we watching. As soon as it comes out, I don't care. I will catch up weekly. I don't care. I will do what is necessary to make sure I watch that. Soul Eater has and always will be a banger.
It is completely 100% a
Classic.
banger. And another show that does a really good job with character development, but also building different characters, different types of characters, and showing you how they deal with stuff. It's beautiful. Damn, so weird.
Hmm. It
Making
has
me making
joy
me
in
kind
it.
of want to rewatch it low key, but I don't have the time to rewatch that right now. I got so much to watch.
Yeah, I do have a lot to catch up on. Even like I'm excited about I even scrolled down on the list like
Mm-hmm.
all the way. I was like, wait a minute, the second season of this is coming out. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, what was that skating anime I mentioned from
You're talking about
before?
Medalist.
Yes, Medalist.
Yeah.
Yes, I am
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah. You're
that.
talking about Medalist. Yeah, yeah. I knew what you were gonna say too, because I heard it was coming out and I was like, Jonathan's gonna blow a gasket, because I remember that one episode when you came on, you were like, you have to watch Medalist, and I still have yet to watch it, but this season I am going to watch it. I promise you that.
Okay,
I promise you. I promise you that. Well, there's multiple reasons for this. This is layered, guys. This is layered,
it is
and the
layered.
reason why this is layered is because we actually skate. Okay, so this is important here. This. There's context to this. I will watch it. I promise.
Okay, remember the Winter Olympics
Yeah, the Winter Olympics is literally about. Is
is
literally about to start.
about to happen. Like we like what's her
Honestly,
name?
they could not pick a perfect time to start this. That
What's her?
this is the most perfect time. The Winter Olympics is
Yeah,
starting. It's literally the perfect time to start this show.
Alyssa was it Leo? That's one of the ice
Oh, one of
skaters.
the ice skaters. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. She's like that.
Oh, yeah.
She been like that.
No, I'm for it.
Go
And
ahead.
I feel like you know how like you're wondering if especially the sports anime, you're wondering if any of the athletes actually like watch them. I feel like this is one of those shows where like half or at least 75% of the skaters are literally watching this show, kind of like that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I want to see because like there's a lot of sports athletes that actually watch.
of anime in general. So
Yeah.
obviously they probably touch upon the ones that are on their own sport.
Hmm.
So
Like Miles
just
Garrett does it too. The
oh
football player.
yeah, the football player, yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
he's the one that's dating Chloe Kim, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, Chloe Kim.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember I remember when you found out, you were like, damn.
Yep.
You were like, damn, there goes another one.
I don't
Chloe
want to talk
Kim.
about it.
Chloe Kim. I mean, she's pretty, so I get it. I understand. She's really gorgeous. Um, but yeah, no, medalist definitely in a. I mean, I didn't even have it written down, but I knew. I already knew. So
Hmm.
there's another one I don't have written down here. Golden Kamuy. So that show, excellent show. I think that deserves its props only because it kind of touches upon topics that I don't really think most anime these days do, and it does things a little bit differently. Like it plays on culture, but it also plays on like sort of that over exaggerated humor. You know what
Yeah,
I
the
mean?
over exaggerated humor, like
Yeah.
where you're like almost not dragged, but more of just you put a lot of emphasis on what this is or that
Hmm.
joke, what they're trying to make.
Exactly. I don't know if like I guess you can call it a very serious comedy, so to speak, because like it's really serious, like actually serious stuff happens in the show. So you're like, oh yeah, yeah, this is pretty deep. But like I think that just the topics that they cover and just how the characters interact with each other, comedic, but you're like, okay, yeah, I could see where this like people are dying, like people are getting skinned, like in the
Damn.
show. It's bad. So, but I think it's one of the best comedies that we could see in anime within the last generation or so. This is probably one of the best. Like I'd have Konosuba like here, and Golden Kamuy is like literally here, like it's there. And I'd put like literally, I'd put what's that show? I literally just watched it. Crap, what's its name? Uh, the one that
Jujutsu.
I watched with the drinking.
You talking about Grand Blue?
Grand Blue, Grand
You
Blue.
talking about Grand Blue?
I love how I said with the drinking because like it's a drinking show or something. So Grand Blue, yeah, and then Grand Blue's up there with it too, and then obviously some other comedies that belong there, which I still have to watch. Grand Blue season 2, by the way, which I still have not watched, but we'll talk about that because Grand Blue season 2 came out in the summer. We have to have an episode to talk about the summer season. We we will have it. We will have it.
It's been a while. I'm not
No,
gonna lie.
it's been a minute. It's been a
It's
minute.
been a whole
It's
minute.
been
Like,
there's a lot that came out. I want to talk
I
about it.
mean, think about it.
I don't
The
have time.
time we stopped posting, I was unemployed.
And you've been employed for what? 4 months now?
Yeah, four
Damn.
months.
Damn. That's how you.
Employed for 4 months, my
Yeah, that's how
guy.
you know.
4 months. And now you
Wait,
got
wait.
me
Nah,
working
nah.
16.
Don't say that because there's people out there that aren't employed. So you can't brag, bro.
Oh no, I'm not saying I'm
Oh no, no.
bragging.
I'm just saying. Yeah, just general.
I'm just saying like the length of time that we've haven't
I haven't
posted,
posted.
and
Yeah.
then 4 months.
I we'll just call it
Four.
life. We'll call it life, but we'll also call it anime.
Yeah, life.
Because that's low key be happening in anime, bro. Um, the next the next show that I want to mention that I think is going to be I wouldn't really call it like an underdog because it really did start off with a banger. It's called Sentenced to Be a Hero. This show was a surprise to me only because I did see people post about it a little bit. I was gonna watch it anyways because the premise sounded cool, but it's literally like somebody, you know how people get sentenced to go to jail or sentenced.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically sentenced to be a hero, and that's like you have to save people, like you have to do this, you have to do that. You're being forced to do it. And I'm not too sure if there's like a special pact that has to be made where you're like locked in, and if you don't, oh yeah, if you die, you get revived. You can get revived, but if you get revived, you lose your memory every single time you get revived. So almost like a Log Horizon kind of thing. Yeah. So I was intrigued by that whole premise, but at the same time, I was also intrigued by there's like a so-called goddess system where the hero can pair up with the goddess and they form like some sort of deal or pact, I guess you can call it, kind of like a bond, and the hero is able to use the goddess's power, kind of like take that power and I won't say extract it from her, but you're basically you're channeling her energy, almost like you're a proxy.
Mm.
So I thought it was an interesting concept. So I do recommend that you watch it only because it surprised me with the action, with the premise and with the characters and just how interesting they were within the first episode. First episode is 57 minutes.
Wait, what? When did this come out?
This season, bro. This is winter season. It's the first episode. Now, to be fair, I don't know when the second one's coming out. What they might do is they might just release that first episode, which is 57 minutes, and then they'll skip a week and then just go back to regular releasing the regular 20, because they wanted to get people hooked. They probably wanted to have at least 57 minutes to lock you in.
Okay. I see what you're doing here, Winter. I see what you're doing here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do think that this one's going to be one of those, yeah, like I said, maybe not sleepers, but it's one of those ones where you're like, this came out of nowhere, it's new, and people are interested in it, so it's going to be big, kind of thing, and it's cool.
All right. I'm definitely gonna have to keep my eye out. I do need to do some more searching, like looking for those hidden gems within the season, because there's always hidden gems. Always. It's just that it's hard to find them compared to the comfort ones.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say comfort because we know like what it can bring at its baseline. These certain animes, like we know what a like JJK, like Medalist, we know Frieren, we know a lot of these other ones that just consistently on a day-to-day basis and a seasonal basis, they bring what needs to be done.
They deliver.
They deliver. They deliver the action. They deliver the intensity, the sorrow, the things that basically make a show watchable.
It's a trust bond. If you watch a first season and it was really good, you're gonna expect the second season to deliver on its promise. I trust
Exactly.
you to deliver, so you're gonna deliver basically. So I see what you're saying. It's hard to find the ones that you call them sleepers because you don't really know about them. You know what I mean? Like they're hidden under all of the excess, and they're hidden under all of the big shots. So
The big shots, and it's a good point you mentioned that, because don't you have a hidden gem that you want to say that's
oh, we'll talk about that. We'll talk.
mm-hmm.
We're gonna get to that after I talk about this. There's two more that I want to talk. No, three more that I want to talk about before we actually get to that point. So three more from this season. The first one, I'm gonna name is Chained Soldier, season 2.
Did I hear about that?
Listen, I don't know if you've heard
Hmm?
about Chained Soldier. You might have, but it's literally just there's a, I guess you can call it a demon world. Like I think they call it Matoi. No, I think they call the enemies Matoi or something like that. But there's think of it like a demon world where there's demons that live there, right? And those demons come out of the demon world, steal humans, and take them back to the demon world. And I think they might transform them and turn them into demons, right? Let's just say that, right? Now think of it like there is an organization that purposely went into the demon world, built their own bases, and they use abilities to fight these demons and save people from getting, I guess, abducted and turned to demons. Now think of that and think about all the people that are in there doing the demon hunting are women. Yeah. And now, and now the MC is a man. So put two and two together right now and explain to me what you think this anime is about.
Oh, it's Riki Diki.
Yeah, exactly. but hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
What is there to hear you out? It's a chained soldier. Chained. Is this S&M? Is that what this is? Is that what you be doing? Hmm? You be chaining yourself to the bed? Is that
That's
what you be doing?
crazy, brother.
Hmm?
All right, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, you know High School DxD?
I
Okay,
mean, who doesn't at that
who
point?
doesn't know High School DxD? The reason why I love High School DxD, all right, the reason why I love it is because, not just because of the ladies, all right, it's because of the fact that despite that, it has a legendary plot. To be fair, the latest season wasn't that great with plot wise, but if you really watch it from season 1 to season 3, or like season 4ish, you're seeing some legendary content there in terms of like just shonen in general. It's good stuff. I compare that to this. The reason, all right, The reason why I compare it to this is because it's kind of haremish, okay, obviously. But despite all of the stuff that happens near all the etchy stuff,
Mm.
there's still a pretty good plot in there. Like it's decent. Like it's a plot that actually pulls you and makes you want to watch the next episode. You're like, oh, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? And I think people really like the first season because the animation was like okay in the first season. Second season, animation is looking much better. It looks like oh, people are actually putting effort into this.
Chained shoulder. Mm.
I know it sounds like a joke. I know it sounds like a joke, but I am dead ass. Okay, I promise. I promise. But we're gonna move on from Chain Soldier to what I was gonna say. My Hero Vigilante season 2. I did not watch My Hero Vigilante season 1, and I still not have not watched the last season of My Hero. Do I plan on watching this show? I might because I believe that they said in the last season of My Hero, there is an appearance from the person, the main character in Vigilante. I think it's a prequel or something. So
Mm.
I might want to get some context for that. But that's in this season, and I feel like people are gonna watch it because they watched the first season, and also My Hero just ended, so they'll still have that. They're still riding off the wave of My Hero ending, and they get more My Hero content.
Okay, no, I can 100% understand that. I would definitely want to get into it too. I haven't gotten the time to really get into it. Like the first season when it came out, there's a lot of other stuff coming out that I was like more interested in that I put first ahead of it.
Yeah,
But I was like, I'm waiting for My Hero to end before I get into that. So I mean, now it's my perfect opportunity to go ahead and finish it.
yeah, because you
Like,
could watch the Vigilante, and then you could watch. You could literally do it in order. You could watch the Vigilante, you could watch the last season of My Hero, and then watch the second season of Vigilante.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is what I'm probably gonna do.
Because I'm out here hearing like, for the first time we heard the ending, we're like, oh, he's a McDonald's employee, and then
Yeah, I'm like, yo, guys.
I was like, what the
I mean,
hell?
let me wait and see. Let me watch it first. Let me see what the deal is because people were making a big deal about it when it ended in the manga, right? They were making a big deal out of it. So I was like, you know what? Let me see it for myself, animated, and we'll go from there.
Okay, all right.
And the last show that I will name is Trigun Stargate. I do
Yes.
not have a synopsis for Trigun Stargate. I mean, I could read it, but I do not have a synopsis on the top of my head. And the reason why I did not decide to read it is because I, myself, have not officially, and this is saying official, guys, keep it official, watched Trigun from start to finish without any interruption. I've
Right.
only seen sporadic episodes here and there. I have to go back. I have to watch Trigun. I have to see what the deal is with Vash. I have to look at it as a show from the olden days and basically treat it like gold, which is, I'm going to talk to you about a show that I've been watching recently that's from the olden days. Treat it like gold. I want to go back and actually appreciate it before I step foot on this show.
Okay, no, that's good because I did that. I did watch Fashion Stampede. Like I did watch it. I'll say Fashion Stampede. Trigun. I did
Yeah,
watch Trigun, and I thought it was very very well drawn out, very well like with the character design. Amanda have drip. I ain't gonna lie.
for its time.
For its time, yeah, he was pretty
He does have drip. Like it's bad when I know he has drip and I didn't even should watch the show. Like,
drippy.
yeah,
I definitely enjoyed the premise of it too. I'm not gonna like tell you since
yeah. You
you
don't have to
want to
tell me.
watch
I'm
it,
gonna get
but
to it. Don't worry.
it definitely is something I've definitely thought was it could be utilized again. Like I could see the same premise being used in another anime and expanding upon it and having it be like a pretty good anime. You know,
Yeah.
um, I
Okay.
just like the whole bounty. He kind of seems like a bounty hunter to me in a way. When I first looked at the outfit and then his
It's the trench coat for me.
the trench coat with the
Yeah.
pistols, he gave off the vibe of hey, I'm a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And funny part is he's the one that's being bounty hunted. Like it's the complete opposite. But
Yeah.
um, it's one of those classics that you definitely have to watch once in your life. Like we're talking like an Inuyasha or like a Yu Yu Hakusho, like those
Hmm.
olden day age type of anime where it's a classic but you're not expecting it to hit because you're looking at the animation and people are like, oh well, the animation isn't as good as it is right now. It don't
It
matter.
don't matter. If the story's good, it's worth it.
It's worth it. It's completely worth it. Which is why I want to go back and get into like some other ones that are good. That I haven't been able to watch, but I heard like were pretty good or decent.
Mm-hmm.
Like Eureka 7. I haven't watched that, but I
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to get into that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, well,
Okay. That does bring me to the other anime that I was watching. Well, because now that I finished with the list, guys, if there's anything that's in season or in this season, winter season, that's really exciting for you, throw that in the comments. Let us know why it's exciting to you. Give us. I want to see reasons, bro. I don't want to see just a yeah, this looks great. No, I want to see that juice. Let us know. But the reason why I'm saying let us know is because I'm moving forward now. I'm moving to. We're gonna have a small section here where I'm gonna talk about what I watched recently that really surprised me.
mm,
Kingdom. Kingdom, like I said, this anime is just legendary. I've said this many times on this podcast. I love this show so much. It is spectacular. It is, I guess you can call it an underdog. It is rated so high, yet the amount of people who watch it is so low. You know what I mean? Like you go down the ratings for Mal, and you know how you're just scrolling and scrolling. You're like, I wonder what's going to be down here. And Kingdom is literally damn near the bottom. You're like, how is this thing rated a 9.07 and it's literally touching the floor? What is going on here? I can't get enough of this show, and it's over now, the season.
mm,
But you know what's crazy? I looked it up and I was like, let me see, because the manga's still going, right? I was like, let me see where this ends in comparison to the manga. Kingdom season 6 ends like chapter 400. I think it's like 400 and like 60 something, 480. You know how many chapters are on the manga right now? It's like 850. I'm like, you're telling me that we have enough content for another 6 seasons?
damn.
I am gonna be eating good for the next 10 years. For the next 10 years, I'm gonna be eating delicious food.
He's like, listen, that's Thanksgiving for like a good quarter of my life. Like,
Oh,
come on.
guaranteed, guaranteed. And
Uh,
that does bring me to, because we were talking about Trigun, the oldies, right? I went back and I watched Baki. I watched because I never seen Baki before, guys. This is interesting to me. Low key, it's the epitome of just a man's anime. It's just for men. Like a woman, you could definitely watch it for sure. Don't get me wrong, but like it just oozes testosterone. Like you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's just extra brolic, walking around with muscles that just literally are the size of my body, and it doesn't stop there. It just continues for the rest of the show.
oh,
And there's so
man.
many episodes too. I watched the first season, the second season, there was a I think a yeah, there's a third season, then there's a fourth. I think there's a fifth. Because what happened was there's the old season, right? The one that came out back in the day,
Mhm.
and it was Vamp for TV, right? That one was 26 episodes or 24 or something like that. Then there's a second season, which was also back in the day, like really old. That was I think also 20, 24, 25, 26 episodes. After those 2 seasons, I think that's when it moves on to it takes a break. Like there was a break. I have to research why there was a break. But from that point on, they didn't restart it or they didn't continue until 2018. The Netflix version came out. The Netflix version had their first season of Baki, which I think was I think they call it the criminal saga or the prison saga because everybody breaks out of prison to they converge on Japan and they start fighting. So they have that season,
Mm.
and then they have another season after that that I think is attached. It's in the same. It's like a part two for that season, and then after that there's another show, which is supposed to be the sequel of that, which is Baki Hanma, which has a season one, and I think it also has a season two, which I'm currently about to finish. Like I'm getting closer to finishing that part. Then I'll have finished all of Baki. So I'll wanna once I finish it, I'll have a conversation about that. Probably next episode we'll talk about it. But this show is crazy. Just the things that I be seeing people ripping faces off, uh, basically like breaking legs, breaking bones, like all the gruesome stuff that happens in the show. It's funny, a lot of gruesome stuff happens in the past, but because it was done in like the 90s, the show, it has like the 90s gritty feel of
Mhm.
when something bloody or something crazy happens. It's like white blood because I think Japan probably had to censor it or something. Or something. I don't know. It just looked so interesting. There's a guy who has like supreme grip. Uh, he if he gets a hold of your arm, he could squeeze it so hard that he makes your arm pop. And they show it in the yeah, they show it in the 90s version, but the way they show it is that like as soon as it pops, like white just spills out, and then all you see is just like a blob arm. But then he does it later on in the Netflix version in 2018, and you see it. It's way more gruesome, obviously, because it's way
Mm.
later. So I think it's cool. It's seeing the transition between that time period and the animation now. Superb.
So essentially, that guy's like ruining people's gains.
Oh, 100%.
So you be going to the gym, you be getting your forearm extra broad for no reason. Your biceps, yeah, and then out of nowhere, it's just like, yeah, we're gonna pop you like a balloon.
Bro, he did it to a boxing champion. I was like, um, I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, yeah, that's all I got. Before we close for today, I do want to ask you, was there anything that you watched recently that you wanted to discuss?
Um, Probably just Spy Family. I definitely enjoyed Spy Family. I'm always enjoying the new seasons that it brings out. Like especially we had with the school bus trip arc with the whole the whole how it even happened and how the issue got solved with how when they were captured. But like it was just funny and
I haven't
at the
seen the new
same.
season yet.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, you definitely should probably give it a watch.
Okay.
Um, I do want to see it step up a bit more.
What do you mean by step up a bit more? What do you mean by that?
Like it's showing the flashbacks of of Lloyd,
Hmm.
which I thought was really well done. I do want to see it step up, and I want to eventually hit a not a climax point, but just like a turning point, if that makes sense. Like
Okay.
like maybe someone's identity gets found out in the family, whether it's Lloyd finding out that Anya, uh, is telepathic, like being able to read people's minds, and
Oh, okay. So you want the gag to sort of like not disappear, but you want it to be sort of almost kind of push forward enough to where it shows that there's a plot that is resonating with her growth and with the
yes,
growth of the family.
I want it to be. Like, don't get me wrong. There's definitely suspicions that are laid out from each and every character. Like we do know that there's like they're really concerned about how strong certain people are, or like even like when like I just don't think there's some solidification in some of their suspicions. Like they just have it there.
They just have it there. They don't actually act on it, you mean?
They don't act on it, or they're not like,
Mm.
wait a minute, what, or like are shocked, or I need to see that turning point. That way, I want to see how they deal with it, especially depending on how they're raised in their different environments, like an assassin, or someone that was like in war since he was young,
Hmm.
now turning into a spy. Like I want to see what happens when they figure out, or something indicates or suggests that someone's hiding their identity.
Oh, I see, I see, I see. Okay. So you want to see more. I get that.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to watch the season to see exactly what you mean because I feel like it's along the lines of like, you're watching a romance, you're like, all right, when are they gonna get to the point? It's been 4 seasons already. Are they gonna actually, you know, kiss or something like that? I see what you're saying. It's like we do kind of enjoy it almost like like a monster of the week kind of thing where it's like, oh, what's this next episode going to be about? Like, what are they going to, this new adventure that they're going to do? You want to see actual progress in them sort of realizing it. They've been building up to it.
Yeah, they have been building up to it. Like they've definitely taken their time because I think their audience kind of caters more towards the younger side. Like
I would say yes if I didn't see people get clapped on that cruise.
oh yeah yeah that never mind that's
got
kind of true.
got
But
destroyed.
I will say like it does have that young type of feeling, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah,
it's definitely more for maybe 12 to
11 to 15 kind of thing.
yeah 11,
I mean,
11 to
it,
15
I mean,
type of
obviously,
thing.
there's
But
it's always going to be an 11 up kind of thing. Like not like a you're 16, you can't watch this kind of thing. Like you got to be a certain age to see people get clapped kind of thing.
mhm.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. Well, this has been this has been a pretty good episode, I'd say. I appreciate everybody coming to listen. If you have, taking time out of your day, it's not exactly easy, especially we know this full well. Getting the time to even do anything nowadays, it's really tough. And with the state of the world, we get it. So we appreciate that. Thank you for that. Let us know if you enjoy the podcast. Let us know if you have any ideas that you want us to, I guess, bring forth. Let us know in the comments, guys. Um, and then yeah, we'll be seeing you in the next episode. No crazy intro, no crazy outro. We're still trying to get the podcast back up and running the way it's supposed to be. Um, and we'll see you next time. All right, deuces.
Catch you later.